All right, welcome on in everyone to this episode of First CSP, the channel dedicated to bringing you the first council shoulder patch issued from each council in Scouting America, both past and present. Today we take a look at Heart of America 307 out of Missouri. This council was formed in 1974 as the merger of Kansas City Area 309 and CAW 191. This is my current present council. So shout out to all the Heart of America scouts and scouters out there. Let's head on over to the patch table to look at the first issue S1 out of Heart of America. It is a red cut edge border, pale blue background, red letters. The eagle body does not touch the red line, and most notably, the eagle is facing to the viewer's right. It is a non-standard shape in that it has this kind of ridge line along the bottom. And they have continued. The current issue for Heart of America has followed this non-standard shape. So shout out to non-standard CSP shapes. The distinction from the S1 and the later S2s, which we'll take a look at a couple here, is the only time the eagle was facing the viewer's right was the first issue, and then it will switch directions for all subsequent issues. I think that's a really cool feature. That's definitely kind of thinking ahead by the council to do things that way. I was really impressed with kind of the forethought there. Taking a look at the back, this is a plastic backed patch. And it's actually so smooth, it's kind of hard to sit on my patch table, which is at a little bit of an angle to match up with the camera that it's on. So it keeps wanting to slide off when I set it down. Stay. But that is the first issue. The second issue, S2, is actually divided into three variations, A, B, and C. So we'll start off with the S2A. You can see the eagle is now facing the viewer's left. Still red cut edge border, pale blue background, red letters. Here again, still the eagle's body does not touch the red line. It is a non-standard shape. That is the S2A. The difference between the S2A and the S2B, I guess, is this is straight. They didn't actually cut out the notches for the ridges there at the bottom. I don't have an S2B in the collection. I've not seen one. But it would look pretty similar here to the S2A, except it says in the guide that the bottom is not cut out. So I'm guessing that it just kind of stayed straight along the bottom there. This one is actually cut super wide. There's a bunch of extra patch here above the border, even on the outsides. So I'm guessing it's something like that, but it would just be straight across the bottom potentially for the S2B. And then when you get to the S2C, the eagle is actually just sitting straight on the red line. So that's why in the previous ones it says the body is not touching the line. You could see the little light blue background in between. On the S2C, it actually goes and touches. But again, eagle is now facing the viewer's left. This is an S2C. And the S2s were the last ones that just stated Heart of America Council. We'll see when we proceed to the S3s, which were next, they add BSA to the patch. So then we get to the S3, Heart of America Council, and we can see now we've added BSA on the far side. Here the eagle again is touching the red line and is facing the viewer's left. So we'll compare and contrast that to the original, which was the only time that the eagle was facing to the right. Stay. It's so smooth it just wants to fall. They're both pretty slick plastic back patches. So if your eagle is facing to the right, you know that's an S1, And if it's facing to the left, it is some later issue. If it doesn't say BSA, it's going to be an S2 variation. If it says BSA, it is likely an S3 or something later. So those are the first issues there for Heart of America Council, and hope you guys have enjoyed this video. We do have brand new episodes every single day. We hope to see you back here for the next one tomorrow. Until then, I want to thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.